what's happening? It's Master Coach Kimberly coming live to you on day 17 of our 21-day Keep It Moving mentality journey. And we, guys, are almost there. We are almost there. And so as we are moving and shaking and making our way to day 21, let's see what's in store for day 17. Okay, so here we go. I don't want you to take offense, and I hope you will still love me after I say these two words to you, but you'll understand in the long run, okay? So the two words for today are shut up. Oh my goodness. Shut up. You know, when I was a little girl and we were growing up, saying shut up was like cursing somebody out. Like, we could not say shut up. Y'all remember your brother, your sister? Ooh, mommy, ooh, daddy. Kim said shut up. Y'all remember that? It was one of those things that was just, taboo. You don't do it as a child, okay? Well, today I am going back on the rules of my childhood. I'm rebelling against the rules of my childhood, and I'm telling you today that there is need for you to shut up if you are allowing stuff to come out of your mouth that is contrary to what God is saying about you. I needed to wrap this day's content in such a way that would get your attention. I need you to know the seriousness and how important it is for you to watch what's coming out of your mouth. You know, sometimes we repeat and rehearse our same sob story over and over and over again, looking for someone to have pity on us, someone to feel sorry for us, but we don't need that. We don't need that. When we are keeping it moving, we don't have time to get stuck in the stories of our past and continue to seek out pity in areas that God has already made us victorious in. Now, the reason why I know this day is so important because once upon a time, there was a person, I'm not calling any names, who would always rehearse her story of doom, gloom, and despair to anyone that would listen. It was almost as if it was that thing that kept her, meaning me, stuck in a place of this vicious cycle of not only talking about the same things over and over again, but living the same things over and over again. But I couldn't help it. Or at least I felt like I couldn't. To tell this story to whoever would listen. My life was really, really in a spiral downward, and I kept it fueled through telling this story over and over again. And not telling it from a place of victory, because today I'll tell the story, but only from a place of victory, not a place of defeat, not a place of wanting someone to feel sorry for me. And so instead of saying the wrong thing, releasing the wrong thing out of my mouth, I had to learn how to just shut up, okay? I had to learn how to be quiet until I had the correct and the proper vernacular aligning with God's word to really release my story into the atmosphere. And so when I finally was free to tell my story, it wasn't from a place of doom, gloom, and despair. It was from a place of victory. Y'all remember Zechariah in the Bible? Zechariah was John the Baptist's father. And if you recall, he and Elizabeth were unable to bear children. The angel came and visited Elizabeth, visited Zechariah, and they were informed that Elizabeth was going to bring forth a child. And because Zechariah's words were contrary to what the promise was, he was completely shut up, okay? He could not even speak. God shut his mouth. And sometimes, that needs to happen to some of us because we are not careful to align our words with what God is saying and what he's speaking about our lives. And if we are left to our own devices, we will talk our way out of a miracle, talk our way out of a blessing, talk our way out of freedom, And before we know it, we are stuck because of our own words. And so I was very deliberate and really wanting to get your attention today because I want you to think about what you're saying. Think about what you're allowing to come out of your mouth, what you're releasing. And if you're telling the same story over and over and over again, but what is the motivation for doing so? Are you telling the story because you want people to feel sorry for you? Are you telling the story because you want people to be mad at somebody else? Are you telling the story because you want people to side with you? Whatever it is, I want you to check your motives and telling the doom, gloom, and despair story over and over again. And if you're not telling it from a place of victory, then I want my Father could come and gather us all back up again. You see the difference in that story? You see how it's like night and day? And it makes a difference in my life and in my mind when I think about some of the things that I've gone through as a child. You can rewrite your story. I talked about that a little bit on yesterday, but you can literally rewrite your story, reframe your thinking around certain events so that it's not spewing out as negativity. You want to do that. You want to keep it moving from a positive perspective. So I want to encourage you today, if you're not to that point yet where you can rewrite it, then just shut up. Just be quiet. Just hold tight until you gain the victory. And then when you do, release the story, open your mouth wide and let the world know how good God is and how he rescued you and how he was looking out for your best interest in these different spaces and places along life's journey. So I hope you still love me. We have a few more days in the journey. But today, I really want you to consider, what are you allowing to come out of your mouth that you need to just stop saying, that you need to stop repeating, that you just need to stop decreeing and declaring, because we know life and death is in the power of our tongues. And so we are going to either live by our words or we're going to suffer based on our words. We get to choose, okay? So go on, do your homework. Identify that story that you need to rewrite, and then be free. Be free from whatever prison it tried to hold you in. All right, guys, that's day 17. I hope you are ready for day 18. It's just getting better and better. But we'll see you tomorrow on day 18. And until then, you know what to do. Keep it moving. Blessings.